Hello everybody, I'm Sohnjee. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you checking me out. And if you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Thank you for stopping in again to see what it is we're dishing about. So, if you don't know already, I encourage comments below. I like to see what you guys are thinking and what you're talking about in regards to the video's subject matter. So, of course, if you have something to contribute along the lines of what we're talking about, then by all means, hit the comments section, and I will definitely be checking out what it is you have to say about the topic. And of course, I encourage everyone to share and subscribe the video as I appreciate your support. Okay, so let's get into it. We're talking about, in this video, the Virgo man. Yes, right. We are talking about how in the world do you attract the attention of the Virgo man. Some people find this to be a challenge. As a matter of fact, did you know that the Virgo man is considered the most difficult man to attract of all the zodiac signs? Yeah, the Virgo. So let's get into it. I'm going to talk to you about how you can attract Mr. Virgo. But before we do that, let's talk about some of the things that are the characteristics that are attributed to Mr. Virgo that makes him somewhat elusive and hard to hook, so to speak. I hate to make you sound like fish or meat, Virgo. But for the purposes of this video, you kind of are, okay? So let's talk about it. If you find intelligence and a professional attitude sexy, and you like efficiency, get yourself a Virgo man. That's right. The Virgo man will get it done. Do you hear me? Yes, that is what they are known for. They are fast-minded, mutable, earth sign people. They're solid, and they can find humor in most things. They have an eye for detail, order, and precision. Okay? So I'm telling you, if you like things done the right way, you need a Virgo. So they're known empathizers also. They are the empathizers of the zodiac, and if they have concern for you, it's true. It's genuine. They are notorious for being those that have the big hearts. So a Virgo person is typically a helper, whether they're a helper on the scene out front or they're big into their charitable work, helping and giving to others and having a concern for those around them and who they love. Big deal for the Virgo. Okay? Now, Virgos are arguably the most self-sufficient of the zodiacs because, well, Mr. Virgo is known as a perfectionist, so they're typically the most self-sufficient and self-reliant because the Virgo knows the best way to get things done is to just do it themselves, and they just do. All right? So they usually approach most relationships, however, from a very analytical and almost managerial point of view. Now, even if it's not intentional, Virgos automatically keep people at arm's length until they're sure that they can trust you. That's just who they are. They like to check things out thoroughly, and that includes the person that they are interested in dating. Now, in order for a Virgo to love someone in most cases, they have to let their walls down and open up to you, which isn't exactly in their nature right off the bat. That is something that happens. It's a process with Mr. Virgo. So, however, once they do let the wall down, they are amazing partners, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Although they are known to be the most difficult and to be around and to get to be in a relationship with you, you have to be patient. You have to understand Mr. Virgo. And once you do that and they understand that you understand where they're coming from, let me tell you something. Mr. Virgo can change your life. So, getting them there, however, that's the challenge. But that's what I'm here for, to tell you what are some surefire ways to get Mr. Virgo to look up from his books, and because he's probably working or doing something charitable, and to notice that the love of their life is standing in front of them. Let's get into those 5 steps, 5 things you can do to get Mr. Virgo interested in you. All right, step 1, take care of your appearance. Yeah, I know that sounds simple, right? No, not so much. Mr. Virgo is extremely particular about appearance and grooming. They are very particular about themselves. Take a look at Mr. Virgo. He's neat, he's clean, his nails, his hairline, everything. Mr. Virgo has got it together. And this is important to him, okay? So nothing turns a Virgo man off quicker than poor grooming, and even worse, poor hygiene. Yeah, don't be that person. But on the flip side, if you are already that person and from head to toe you keep it together and it's nippy and spiffy all the time, then of course he's probably already noticed you. So you are halfway there, you just didn't know it. But however, if you're the person that you're a little slack on that, you know, your nails need to be trimmed, you can use a haircut, perhaps you shouldn't come to work as though you just grabbed the first thing off the top of the dirty clothes hamper. You might want to do away with that and stop doing those things for like a week or two and then approach Mr. Virgo, because Virgo probably noticed that you were wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row to work. Yeah, not gonna work. So let's keep it positive though. Great appearance, great hygiene. Step number 1, smell good, look good for Mr. Virgo. All right? Step 2, demonstrate kindness and charity. That's right. The Virgos are the empathizers of the zodiac. They have the big hearts. So you want to show that you too are of like mind, that you too care about yourself and you care about others. So a great way to get to talking to Mr. Virgo is to ask for their assistance. There's nothing they enjoy more than helping someone. Now, you don't want to come off as helpless because they don't like that. But to ask them for something and to ask their thoughts on different things is a good thing. They like that, and they like to contribute and help people learn things and to do things more proficiently and efficiently, all right? So now once you're talking to him and you've got him in your sights and you're talking about whatever this is that you need help with, feel free to steer the conversation towards anything you've done to help someone else, in particular the less fortunate, or one of the causes that you truly believe in. Now, of course, make sure that this isn't just a line and that this is really something you are actually a part of and that you believe in, because once the Virgo finds out that you're not, that won't go over well. So, and you want to make sure. And if you do have a charity or something that you're big into, ask them to contribute. Ask them if they would like to be a sponsor or fundraiser. You know, you never know, depending upon what that is that you're passionate about as far as your charity work. They may actually offer to help you with it and participate with you. See that? Didn't think of that. There you go. Charity work. Get him to come along with you to feed at the food pantry. You'd be surprised. He probably wants to. So that's something that you can do together. Definitely a very interesting first date. Step 3. The third thing to do with Mr. Virgo is to watch your mouth. Yeah, I know. It sounds crazy, right? But typically, Mr. Virgo is quite clean and professional, and they like to keep the appearance of that. So your potty mouth is not really going to win a lot of points with him, at least not initially. They want you to keep a professional attitude at all times because it's important to them how they are portrayed. And you know, let's face it, if you're cussing up a storm and acting a little wild, he's gonna run. So if not run, he's just going to briskly walk away. And that's kind of counterintuitive to what we're trying to do here. We're trying to pull Mr. Virgo in. So you want to keep it clean. You don't really want to have a potty mouth. You don't really want to go too far ahead talking about what you're going to do to him in the bedroom. He's not the sign that wants to hear that right away. Now you can think it, you can subtly allude to it, but to just show your whole freak flag in the first 10 minutes of conversation, nah, I'm not going to suggest that you do that. No. Unless you have a different type of Virgo, then in which case you need to hit me on my Instantgo and we'll talk about that, and I'll give you some other tips on how to deal with that special case Virgo, because he's got something else going on in his chart. All right, so potty mouth, keep it clean. X-nay on the potty mouth A. Okay. Number 4, love your work. That's right. Love the work that you do. Love your job. Or pretend to. Because Virgos are known to be workaholics. So they don't understand anybody doing something that they don't enjoy doing. They will empathize with you. They will ask you what you are going to do to change that so you actually are doing work that you love. But if you're that person that wants to just complain and go on and on and on about how you hate your job, you hate your boss, you hate your coworkers, you might not want to do that, especially if he works at the same job. You don't want to do that. Stay far away from that. Although talking shop, talking about work is actually a good idea with Virgo, because they find talking about work at the end of the workday extremely relaxing. Again, why Virgos are known as one of the workaholics for the zodiac sign. So if you work together, you both enjoy your job, you both enjoy the office, you can talk about the office. You want to keep it a little low on your complaints unless he brings it up. And even if he brings it up, empathize with him, as you will show sameness, but don't go too far into your complaints, because you don't really know how Mr. Virgo is going to process that. And we're not taking any chances here in hooking Mr. Virgo. All right? So in a nutshell, you want to talk charity, you want to talk work, and more work, then get back to charity, and then talk about some more work, and then you will definitely be on Virgo's wavelength. You see? All right. And the 5th thing that you want to do is never, and I mean never, betray his confidence. All right? So just as long as you're kind and decent to him and others, the Virgo man will engage with you. He likes his privacy, however, so you want to keep the things that you discuss and the things that you do together between the two of you. He does not want to come into work the next day and everybody knows about his date with you. Now, he doesn't want that. So don't do that, okay? No water cooler talk about you and Mr. Virgo. And, just zip your lips and write it in your journal. That's what you do without putting his name. Again, Virgos like privacy. They want you to keep it on the low. It doesn't mean that you're a secret for Mr. Virgo, and if you are, we'll talk about that in another video. But right here, we're just talking about the simple fact that he likes you, you like him, but the whole office doesn't need to know. Alrighty? The Virgo man will consider your loose lips as a breach of confidence and a form of betrayal, and it might be very difficult to overcome that with him. So, there's no need to do that. Call your friend in another state and tell your friend in another state about it, okay? No Facebook ranting. Just resist the urge to do that. No emoting on Instagram or your social media, Snapchatting. No. Don't do that. If you need to put something up there, take a picture of your drink. Take a picture of your plate. Don't tag them in it. Don't do it. Resist it, okay? Keep it between the two of you. Keep it clean. Keep it classy. And that will keep Mr. Virgo coming. All right? To you. Oh, God. I just thought about how that sounds. That will keep Mr. Virgo coming to you. Get it? Get it? Got it? Good. All right. Keep it neat. Keep it clean. Keep it classy. Keep it charitable. And, of course, as always, keep coming back to me where I'll tell you, once you have him in your sights, how to keep him. So you're going to watch one of the videos that I have here where it's your sun sign paired with Mr. Virgo, and that'll tell you what you can expect to occur generally in your relationship. And as you get further along into it, of course, check me out on www.sohnjee.com, where we talk out part 2, when we talk about things about finances and sex and all those other things that are also a very big part of your pairing in your relationship with Mr. Virgo. All right? So, are you a Virgo? You want to tell us some tips about how we can capture your attention? Then leave those comments below. And if you are, in fact, with a Virgo and you'd like to share some of your experiences, have at it in my comment section. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go take care of my allergies. Whew, they're terrible today. And until next time, take care of yourself. Take care of Mr. Virgo. And I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.